I get it. You want to look attractive for girls, you want to be lean, and you've heard that like, cutting down is really good for that. You see all the transformations online of people losing weight. But let me tell you one thing. You will look good in the short term. On the long term, it is going to keep you ugly. And especially if you are like a teenager, do not ever cut because you're still like growing, you're not at your potential heights yet, so you can still like grow taller, which is really attractive to girls. And now you're restricting yourself of calories just so that you maybe have a little bit more abdominal definition, but you don't even train your abs, so there's like no abs there. So especially if you're a teenager, do not cut ever below the age of like 22. But even after that, I'm going to describe you in this video why you do not need to cut. You need to lean bulk instead. So as I already mentioned, it is instant gratification. You look a bit cuter right now. You get a little bit of the hollow cheeks. So me right now, I do not have like the perfect jaws I could have because I'm a little bit higher in my body fat, like 1 or 2% higher than like optimal for attractiveness. But let me tell you this. When you are in this calorie deprived state, do you think your body will build calorie burners? Already too little calories because you're losing weight, right? Will your body then also make calorie consumers because your extra muscle means you burn more calories throughout the day. I do not need to explain this. Your body is never going to build muscle when you are in a caloric deficit. So yes, you might look a bit cuter right now, a bit leaner, but 2 years from now, you still look the same because your body won't build muscle because you keep in this calorie restricted way and then you try to maintain your weight. You will get like a little bit muscle definition, of course. If you just train really hard, you will get some muscle growth. It will plateau really fast and you will have this skinny boy physique. If you want like a real attractive physique, you need to focus on delayed gratification. You need to set a point in the future. So it could be like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and say, in that summer, I'm going to look so great, so sexy physique I'm going to have. How am I going to get there? For the upcoming 2.5 years, I'm just going to lean bulk in a linear line. I'm in the beginning going to add like 1 kg of body weight every single month, and then it's going to be like 0.5 kg body weight until the end of that lean bulk period, because yes, you cannot just keep adding weight unlimited. At some point it will be like more fat storage, and we want to avoid too much fat. So the traditional way of bodybuilding is bulking and cutting. So the bulking, you go like way too high in your calories, you really gain a lot of weight, you gain muscle, and then in the cutting you cut out the fats, you hope that as much muscle as possible stays. And I'm telling you, with a lean bulk, you will still get that muscle growth that you get in a bulk, but without the extra fat gain. So I've been lean bulking for about a year, and I'll put a few pictures up. I'm like extremely lean in my abdominal region. I have like a really defined six-pack. I have veins all over my body. And yes, maybe I have like a bit worse genetics, that fat is more stored in my face and in my obliques area. That is like a little bit unfortunate for me. But for me, it's also like delayed gratification, because I know if I 2 years from now do cut down eventually, then I will be so extremely attractive. So you need to question yourself, do I want to look like a 7 out of 10 right now? Or do I want to look like a 9.5 out of 10 3 years from now? And if you choose like the 7 out of 10 now, that also means that you will stay like about a 7 out of 10 for the rest of your life. At best, unless you start like eating more and bulking and you get like fat, you will get like less attractive. So you might sit here and say, yeah, but Daniel, how do I then know when it's like the right time to cut down my body weight? I would say, if you have like a DEXA scan like somewhere in your gym where they can measure your body fat, I think a good measure is to be at about 20% body fat at the end of your like lean bulk. So over time you will like add little 0.1% of fat on your body, but over time you will like add a lot of muscle and a little bit of fat. When you have about a 20% body fat, like 18% body fat, and you still have like a good defined abdominal region. So you've like really been training your abs hard, they've been growing, and you have some bicep veins still visible at a bit higher body fat, then we would say, you know what, there's like enough muscle right now for you to when you cut down, there's actually something visible. What a lot of people do wrong is they get into the gym, they train for a few months, they still are a bit bulky and they start cutting down. But then if they do cut down like properly, they're just skinny now because you just build up a little bit of muscle that first few months, and now you start depriving your body again and you actually lose some of that newbie gains and you don't build anything above of that. And I see that so much in my gym. People who actually are consistent, train hard, just do not get the diet right, stay at the same weight, try to cut down, and always stay small. Okay, always, I've been in the gym for almost 2 years now, but you get the point. They're the same physique, they have the same physique or even worse than that they had 2 years ago whilst they're training really hard, have discipline. I don't think that's the life that you want. I really want to compare it to like stuff like porn and junk food, but it's kind of the same, right? You choose right now for the fun thing, but in the long term, it's going to leave you like with a worse physique. So choose to lean bulk instead. And you listen, bro, you don't need to like get fat. People have this stigma around the word bulk. That means, oh, bulking means I'm getting fat. You are not getting fat. Just have like your maintenance level of calories. You can either track this or just do it like suck it out of your thumb. Just try for a week, eat like about the same foods and look how much weight am I gaining? Am I gaining any weight? Let's say you have like for every single day like the same meals and then you stay at about the same weights. You might think, okay, if I eat this much of every single food, I'm at maintenance. Let's now add just like 20 milliliters of olive oil at the end of my day and let me drink it up. That is like almost 200 calories. Just add 200 calories on your maintenance level and you will have at the end of your day some extra building blocks for muscle growth. And then you should look at the weight scale again. Are you now gaining body weight? If you're not gaining body weight, up it up to like 300 calories, up it to 400, 500, until you really see that, hey, I'm on about 1 kg of body weight increase every single month. If you are like a beginner, you could go like even more extreme, like I would say 1.5 to 2 kg every single month. But assuming you are not a complete beginner and have been training for a while, I would just stick with 1 kg of body weight a month. And if you're like more advanced, go for like 1.5 kg of body weight. And you've heard now that when you should cut down. So don't be a clown and cut down now because you just don't deserve it, bro. You don't have like the muscle yet to make it look attractive. So I give this advice from the heart. If you want more personal coaching from me like this, if you want like a whole group community with like-minded guys who want extreme results and are willing to work their ass off for it, check the link in the description. It is a steal, it's currently in pre-sale, and yeah, I will see you in there.